I added you.
I invited you. We can't play together.
Oh yeah. Fuck, man.
Why? You're not even. You're unranked.
I've been immortal one on this guy before.
Oh fuck.
Thanks, brother. You're the goddamn man.
All right. Well.
The 20-piece chicken
anything,
nugget
bro,
combo
I'm only silver
from
one,
Burger
so-
King. I'm kidding. McDonald's. From McDonald's. Shout out to my guy Tucker.
Quick take on X's were gone.
I fucking love the
25
Whopper. Thank you,
seconds.
McDonald's.
Drive ahead popped, got caught again, and then X insisted on either full jail or walk free, no in between or he F8s.
I just burned a McDonald's bridge. This has been employees been watching. That's not kind of a joke.
Last thing I'll say about the whole issue. You saw the Toretto clip, right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you consider that worse?
Fuck yeah.
All right, good. All right, that's it. Last thing I'll say.
But like I said, dude, Wayne's cool though. He's not gonna report you.
X clips.
Oh, I mean, yeah. I mean, dude, you know how many times I could have reported Pinta? You know what I mean? Like, whenever he's on his block character, I point an AK at him, and he just tries to VDM me in front of the pillbox, but I don't, because I'm like, you know what? It is what it is. Fuck it. You know? Like, I get killed, I get arrested, I go to jail for an hour and a half. Fucking,
Only thing I'd say
cares,
is
right?
if Hutch was
And then
trying
this
to
kind of
hold
shit
up
happens.
I got a serious love-hate relationship with Penta, you know?
No,
I had a lot of the times where I've loved his RP and his content, and a lot of times where I've hated him.
I mean, but that's the same thing. You wouldn't report him. You wouldn't report that. That's the point I'm trying to get across.
I would never. I just don't report. It's not my style.
I don't either.
I would report Penta because he brings a lot to the server.
Exactly my point. Because he brings a lot to the server. You're not gonna fucking do that. 100% my point.
Yo, Arctic. Appreciate you, brother. Guys, can we some onesies in the chat room? Show them some love. Thank you so much for the support. Good man, dude. Appreciate you, dude. Watch the X clips. Okay. Let's watch the X clips real quick. Well, I'm eating chicken nuggets. That clip didn't come all the way in, Hello Kitty. Oh, this one did. No, it didn't. This one maybe?
Go fuck around a little bit more, you know, fuck with them. I go start talking shit, you know? I pull up to one of the
Oh,
officers,
yeah,
I'm
he's
like,
already
you know,
gone.
motherfucker that just
Yeah, he's already gone right here, isn't he?
into a chase.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
shit,
is. Yeah, and then you shoot.
Wait, what just happened?
Yeah.
Yeah, he has no idea what he's doing here. That was fun. I enjoyed it. What the fuck is happening?
What is this cop doing? You see that? Wait, hello?
Yeah, this is, I mean...
Is my head popping?
I mean, yeah, they're still here. I don't know what...
so damn here.
You okay?
No, my head's popping, I think.
Scuffy,
I can't see
they're gonna
anything.
shoot.
You get a water
Okay,
pump.
I don't know what's happening.
Wait, did you get keys?
Do
Did you get
yeah,
keys?
do you want me to drive for you? Because you don't seem to be doing okay.
Yeah, did you get keys?
Yeah, I got keys. You ready?
I'm still, am I driving?
Yeah,
no.
you're driving. Yeah, we're flying and shit. Just get out, I'll put you back in.
Go fuck around a little bit more, you know, fuck with them. I go start talking shit.
So, let me assume what happens here. They get caught by the cops, and they don't really roll with we were scuffed play, and they just kind of fuck them.
We'll put the trash out.
And it gets worse. So where do I watch this whole shebang? Will this, if I hit watch full video, will this, will he go through it all? Dono explained it, did it? Thoughts on Red Dead RP? Might happen. We'll see. Take a quick take on X. Is we're gone for 25 seconds. Driver's head popped. Got caught again. Then X insisted on either full jail or walk free, or in between, or he F8s. Oh, really? Does he say or I'm gonna F8? Does he say that? Or does he say I'm gonna go to sleep? Or what's he say?
No, it doesn't.
What?
Run the search warrant first.
You would
and
have
then we do the
never
bench
caught me if that didn't happen.
We're going.
You
to the
acknowledge.
bench.
You acknowledge I would have not been caught if it didn't happen.
We're doing it first. Come on, let's go. And what garage is
Ban me.
your Bodhi, sir?
Ban me. I would have not been caught if it didn't happen.
So he would not have been caught if what happened? Is that the scuff on the car? Okay. So he doesn't like take the keys and get away right there and get caught later? I gotta see this. Show me this. Okay, so if I watch this full video, does he go through all of it?
You ready, brother?
Hold on, I'm watching X. X had a problem today.
Oh.
Yeah, he's already gone right here, isn't he? Yeah, he is. Yeah, he made you shoot.
We'll watch it on your stream with you.
I'm still. Am I driving?
Yeah, you're driving. Yeah.
Okay, so he's fucked.
Just, get out. I'll put you back in. You're getting shot, dude.
You know the context behind this? I'll explain it while you're watching.
Yo, listen, he's scuffed out. He's scuffed out. Can you give us a minute? Can you give us a minute, please? He is scuffed. Give us a.
Nobody replied. Nobody gives a fuck. I'm just.
He
They
was
just
able
shoot him
to
right there?
lockpick it, but they already caught up. They were easy 20 seconds ahead of them before
Okay,
the head.
so what actually
At
happened
one point,
was,
they
is right
started
before
going
this went down,
backwards.
he robbed a cop of his entire pockets, okay? And right whenever he goes for the call and he says, I'm scuffed out, a solo cadet on radio says, and I quote, fuck that, shoot him anyways.
No fucking way.
Yeah. And then whenever Adept goes and talks to her, she says, he says that all the time. He lies about it. He did it the other time, was basically saying that he says it all the time.
Huh.
So then the chase goes longer. It was either during that, because after that he drives on Route 68, goes all the way until like right at the hit of like towards Harmony, and then he
First off,
crashes
does
out.
he do that all the time? I've never heard him lie about scuff. Has he? But
He's
like
never
in
lied
his...
about it. He's the first one to call it out, but I don't think he hardly now granted it's XQC, maybe he has a couple times, but very rarely. Like he does
in his
say
early days,
stuff,
he's not
stuff,
stupid
stuff.
enough to do it now.
Agreed. So, you know, later at the crash at Route 68, if you fast forward in the clip, you'll be able to see.
He's
I
not
was
the only one who
watching
calls it
this
out.
morning.
CG calls it out all the time when we get scuffed.
100%. We all do. Agreed. So he crashes out. He puts his, like, he's trying to lay behind the vehicle. He doesn't have a gun out or anything, and they're just laying into him, bro. Just shooting him.
What happens at that point when he's in front of the cop? He's like, give me a minute.
They give him a minute. They give him a second. But when Espinoza rolls up, he basically said, we're going to let him leave, and then we're going to shoot his car as he leaves. And when he left, none of the other cops started shooting. So what does Espinoza do? He follows him and starts shooting through his windshield, which again, you're not supposed to do,
you're not
and
supposed
starts
to do
trying to take him out through his windshield while driving after him. He continues to do that till they get his car disabled. He crashed out Route 68. When he crashed out Route 68, he goes to lay behind the car, and one of the cops on radio says, you know, he was scuffed. What do we do? And they're like, that's when the solo cadet comes in. She's like, just shoot him. He always lies about scuff.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I understand the FK quit on that. Man, fuck the cops.
Yeah.
Bro,
and
you
then
know
whenever
what?
he gets
Eventually, let me say this. Eventually,
Chat was posting
one
this summary
day,
on YouTube.
it needs
is
to be
35
mandatory.
minutes.
I'm not saying now because maybe they don't have enough cops yet, but it needs to be mandatory that you play a crim character at some point in time
I've
to play a
said
fucking
this,
cop.
bro. I've said
That's
this
crazy.
for years, man. I've said this for years. And
why is a
yeah,
cadet speaking up on any orders?
Exactly. A solo cadet is making the call whenever literally like a senior officer, a fucking lieutenant, a sergeant, all those are on duty. Like they're all there. And she's the one who makes the call to shoot them. Exactly. 100%.
Dude, no way. And they just throw him in.
They throw him in. So then if you're watching him in the
Video
prison
10 minutes.
or in the jail cell, he's sitting there and they're like, well, we're going to go raid you. And he's like, listen, you guys would have never caught me. If it
They're
wasn't for
gonna
Scott."
raid him?
Yeah, they're going to raid him
Oh,
for the
bro.
gun. So
I
they're
have to
gonna
just
raid
say,
him.
you guys can suck my fucking nuts if you were involved in that and you're a cop. Are you serious?
Yeah, so then they were gonna raid him, and he's like, guys, you guys would have never caught us if it wasn't for Scuff. Like, dude, he literally crashed out and his brain ended.
Bro, he was crashing
couldn't
for like
even drive.
45 seconds before they even seen it.
And he's like, dude, the guy was crashing. If this is the logic you're gonna do, have him come into the jail too, because like it's him or it's both of us or nobody, because that's where we're at. And the cops were like, that's not what's gonna happen. We're going to raid you. And he's like, I want to go to a bench trial. And then they say, well, we're gonna raid you first, and then you're gonna go to a bench trial. Yeah.
What is going on NoPixel? That is not how Charleston has ever been trained. That's
None of us.
crazy.
Well, that's the thing, right? Like
You're
I
only
say
supposed to
this
shoot out of your windshield for defensive measures.
for if your life is at risk. Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. That's what we were taught in academy. But obviously, and dude, like the problem I keep seeing with cops is that they're making these decisions just to fucking do whatever they want to do, and they're not getting any OOC or in character punishments for it. So everyone's doing it. When even rated, I'll say rated.
Dude,
'cause, you know,
X should
boy, I
report
love
that.
'em.
X should report it.
Well, that's the logic, right? Fill up the forums with reports. It doesn't matter who you are.
When did
just
that
report
happen?
Everything.
How long ago was this?
Yesterday, last night when we got off, or while we were playing Valorant, this was happening.
Alright. Let's see. Where we go?
You know, did you ever see the clip of him in a bike chase, Jared?
Who would I bike chase?
X, whenever he got EMP'd.
No, did he fall off his bike?
All right, no. So this is even better. So now
Is he
I'll
streaming
say
right now?
this: I'm not trying to shit talk Shift 3, but
He
this
is, but
is
he's
all
not
stuff
playing?
that has happened, right?
Is he in
X
jail
is
right
in a
now
bike
still?
chase. He gets on a bike. He's running. I don't know if it was a boost or not. Long story short, whenever he's sitting there, XQC is a master of breaking cuffs. The dude breaks more cuffs than me, you, and anyone in CG combined. So he goes to get on his bike. The cop gets on the bike to block him from getting on the bike, takes out the EMP gun, and EMPs the ground underneath himself to disable the bike, so XQC couldn't go anywhere. No bullshit, no fluff. Literally gets on the bike and then shoots the ground underneath him with an EMP grenade to disable the entire bike. So Shift 3, it's safe to say that the cops in that tsunami
Was that Shift
absolutely
3
fucking,
that happened on?
Yes. The same cop that ends up beating his ass in the jail cell to arrest him and then take him to get raided is the cop that did it.
Watch full context video.
But
Potted
yeah,
tried
man, it's
giving
safe
him a
to say
deal
that
and
those
X said,
guys
"Give me
do
all
not like
charges or
XQC
none."
at all. In character, OOC, period.
Well, I don't care about the outcome. FA quitting, giving him his charges, whatever.
This is the training.
It should
the
never
new
gone down like
cadets
that.
Seem to get Lamau. Very minimal, it seems.
Also, on top of that, they didn't even know
I'm
that it
gonna
was
go
him.
closer.
They voice ID'd him before
We're
it
about to
happened.
listen to. I'm listening to Adept side, so let's see what the radio comms are.
He's yelling, he's scuffed out. Can you give us a minute?
Fuck that. He always say that.
How does she know who it is?
Well, they're not getting out of there anyway, so I don't know.
I'm gonna go
They're
closer.
not getting out of there anyway. Come on.
Get him in Discord for his perspective.
You see what I mean, man? Oh yeah, he's around right now, I think.
Yeah, he's streaming, just chatting.
Chat, go get him.
Explain yourself on Discord, X.
Yeah, come get him. Come and hang out with another Bahamas man.
That's right. You think X get banned? I don't think X gets banned for that, dude. I think
For
that's
FA quitting?
I mean, FA quitting's
listen.
bad, but he's done worse. He's done worse. He's pulled
Listen,
out a gun
bro.
that didn't exist and shot cops in a jail cell, bro. I mean,
Listen, bro. I just
don't
got
touch shit.
banned. I just got banned for some crazy shit. So yes, I do think he gets banned for that from my own
True.
experience. You're damn right I do. Damn right I think that, motherfucker.
What's up, boys?
Yo,
Yo,
what
yo.
up, Jar Jar?
He should have the Discord. I'll message it to him.
We want you to DM him, Jared.
Yeah, man. What's up? Hello?
Oh, I knew he needed
Hey,
Discord.
what up, dude?
What's up, man?
Hey.
So I had to pack my bags and whatnot. I'm a little bit busy. I'm going to the Bahamas, so I was not.
Hey, dude, listen, I got a bungalow on the beach. You can come and join me. I got a 3-day also. We'll crack open some Coronas. Me and you can just hang out, kick our feet in the sand, bro.
Yeah, I look at own property over there now because of how often I go there.
Did you?
So is it
see-
official, or are you just assuming you're going?
Well, I'm just assuming, but I mean, sometimes I don't mind what the outcome is, because I believe in something and I believe in seeing it through for better or for worse,
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of where I'm at right now,
I feel that.
Wait, did you guys look at full context? Because there was a lot in
Yeah,
there. It was
we did.
action
No,
packed.
we didn't get to see full context.
I did.
Oh, okay.
I seen you driving, getting scuffed, getting out, telling them like, "Yo, I need a minute. We're scuffed," and then them getting out. I saw from Adept's end one of the ladies saying that one of the officers saying that you say
Fuck
that you're
him, he
scuffed all the
always says
time.
this.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah. So the main issue. Okay, so there's parts that I'm wrong. There's parts that they're wrong, and I think we can consolidate. And I think the main problem that I have right now, is that with all the time that we had to talk about it and to ponder about what we could do to fix things and make things better, there has been no efforts made to rectify the situation. And if anything, whenever we came down to the conclusion, it feels like there was an effort to make it worse. And I think that's the main point that I personally didn't like. So the main point that
I mean,
that
did they
happened,
need to shoot you there? Did they need to shoot your cars out? They didn't give you a
He
chance
never
to drive
pulled
away.
the gun out at all.
Okay, yeah, okay. So that's one of the main points that I think are very important to the case. Is basically the problem is that I understand that they can't tell from their perspective on scene because they don't know shit. For them on their POV, they come to my car, right? So I didn't mind at first that it was but at the end of the day, I robbed a cop, So that's like shoot on sight pretty much,
Of course.
right? But then they were kind of undecisive. They shot a little bit here and there. You guys both play cops, right? So you guys know that shooting from cars is a little bit inconsistent from one shift to another.
Well, so
Sometimes
I'll
they
tell you this.
shoot.
I'll tell you this. It's not
I was trained to
supposed
never do it.
happen. Yeah, so
What she
whenever
said
you're a
was
cop,
Oak.
you're not supposed
She
to shoot
shouldn't
through
have
the
known
windshield
that it was
unless
X.
your life
You
is at
hear another
immediate
officer
risk.
say,
"How
Yeah.
do you
Unless
know who
they
that is?"
think
That
that
was
you
lame.
you're shooting at them, so they have to shoot back. They
Yeah,
should
that's the
not
only way
shoot
they
out
shoot
of their
there.
car at all. Zero.
Yeah.
None.
So that's how I've been doing it on cop is never shoot from the windshield unless it's like an active like a 1-to-1. I like it's like a active gunfire where there's bullets going back and forth.
Exactly.
Right. So
Yep.
It annoys me that we had to work so hard to become cops and to go through that extensive training and to learn this shit. And then when you
And
become
find
a
out
cop,
none of
you
it
just
fucking
throw it out the
matters.
window and nobody
Yeah.
actually enforces it.
Yeah. So, but I get that shift 3 does it more often. Shooting from the window is actually really common in chases. That's beside the point, though. I'm not gonna sit here and say, "Oh my god, it's a small rule break or small inconsistent role play," and act like some weird. That's whatever. We can throw that out the window. The main problem is that I try to tell him in the OOC, right, that it was a major scuff, and we've been there for a while because believe it or not, we were there for a while with the car because
Bro, your car was scuffing out for like 20 to 30 seconds before the cops even get
Oh,
yeah,
close to you.
Yeah.
and we were going 150 with Nas, right? But, like, I mean, we were out now. We were already talking about other stuff. We were already talking about like about the future or the past, whatever. So, from my perspective, this scenario was over already. But then I show up with my hands up, and I understand it's like, oh, you're supposed to shoot on site whenever somebody robs a cop. But they see me with my hands up. I get shot again. Okay, whatever. Moving on. Again, that's like a little roleplay thing. I'm not gonna fucking like be like an RP critic. It's not my role.
Okay.
And then the problem that I have is that after watching the VOD, from my vehicle, everybody reads OC and everybody heard me in the game and they all communicated, right? One, they say, he always says that. Okay, that's really bad. And then the main problem is after that, they know for a fact the timeline of the car being out and everything, and then they're like, dude, you're not letting him get away, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Like you're not, and I'm like, I've watched the VOD, I'm like, well, that's really disappointing because now they know for a fact they have it. It's like if somebody is on low ground with no guns in a BR, yet he has his fists, right? And then the game pauses. He goes on high ground with a rocket launcher, and like, okay, we're ready to unpause the game, guys. And then it's like, dude, I mean, it's just like
kind of a tough spot now.
Well, and that's the thing, right? So you had distance. You were almost away before Scuff happened. Scuff happens. Now there's 5 cops on you in a fucking bike. There's no way of you getting away whatsoever. And then yet they still capitalize. I've always said that. The capitalization on like those type of scenarios fucking suck.
Yeah.
Man.
And it's been happening a lot. Vader was in OC Discord talking about how it's been happening like so often that he couldn't like sit there and say nothing. And there was like a big debate in OC Discord where everyone was talking about how lately the server's been scuffing in a lot of ways with like invisible cars and whatnot.
Because the tuner shop, yeah.
And in a lot of ways, it seems like cops are capitalizing on the server breaking, and it seems like there's like no end to it, right?
Because the quote unquote roll with it is worse now than it's ever been.
Yeah, but I don't think people understand that. I get it. It happens when there's a scuff with police and there's a scuff with criminals. It goes both ways, right? But whenever there's 8 CPIs, right? If there's a scuff, there's another car. If there's a scuff, there's another car. And whenever they lose, it's not a big of a deal. But first, it's like
for us, it's 2 hours or an hour. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Sometimes I was gonna get the 9s. Like literally, I was getting the 9s 100%. All right. So for us, it's like the end of the world, right? So it's like and then them saying, "Oh shoot," and "Oh wow, you guys didn't shoot. I'm gonna shoot," and it's like more shooting, and then it's like
And then it's all rifles, always rifles, all the time, never pistols.
There's no chance we have whenever the bullets start flying. They know that, especially if there's a lot of them in the situation. 100%, bro.
And then the cars get disabled all the time. It's happened so often where the car just completely stops. But then all that aside, this is still like manageable, right? We're still at a point where like it's not all over. We can still like make something decent of this. And then comes like I personally think the worst part, where it's like I go into sales or whatever, and then I'm being given like deals or whatnot. I'm like guys, and then one of the officers says that, oh yeah, we would have never caught you, and they admit they would have never caught me. And then I'm like, okay, well in that case, I personally think we can like salvage this. Either we kind of like RP like the main crime and no like guns taken or whatever.
Them catch you again, yeah.
Yeah, they like I get caught for the crime, but then nothing that none of like the guns, whatever. So the role play is still there, but the mass consequences aren't because it doesn't make sense. I go to jail, whatever. I get but then it starts stacking it, and then they start giving me like deals or whatever, and I'm like, dude, if you're gonna give me a deal, right, to fix the scuff, I mean, technically there was 2 of us. There's me and Alex. Technically, if you were to give me all,
take you both.
Yeah, if you're gonna give me all charges, I mean, might as well just de-scuff the whole thing, make the guy come to MRPD, and we're going for all the things, right? Or none. That's my perspective. Because why would I accept a deal where they pick and choose what maintain a role play and what's scuffed, right? Because it was all scuffed because we were out, right? Mm-hmm. My body was out with all the guns.
You couldn't even communicate with your guy. He was like randomly talking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Saying he was fucked and like he didn't even know what he was seeing.
Yeah. So at that point, I'm at the point where like people are like, "Oh, yo, take the deal. I'm giving you a deal. I'm giving you fair treatment." I'm like, well, I'm not going to take a deal because then it means that I acknowledge.
Principle.
Yeah, exactly. Now I approve of what they're doing, and I accept what I'm being given,
Exactly.
and I choose their nitpicking or their cherry picking of the scenario. I'm like, well, no, I want to do this all the way A or B. I want to be in the middle, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then everything unleashed. Oh, dude, you're getting 300 months plus. We're going to raid your vehicle that has explosives, and then they're gonna do weapons trafficking plus probably terrorism order because the gun is linked to a bombing or some bullshit.
God.
And then raid the apartment, lose 1.1 million or whatever, and then it's the
So
nines.
They didn't give a fuck about your scuff, bro. They were like, scuff? Nah, bro, we're just that good. Get the fuck out of here. You did scuff.
Yeah, that's the main problem though, is that we had ways out after we had like an hour and a half to find a way out that makes sense in RP, right? But doesn't fuck everybody over. But the main problem is that at that point, how hard is it to retcon everything if it was hard scuff? Do they make every officer that raided the Bobcat car, the escort, the people on scene, people who documented, people who made the reports? Does everybody retcon and then I start getting refunds and items back from devs? Like, what the fuck do we like? It's such a disaster, right? And it's so avoidable at that point. And it seemed like nobody wanted to avoid it because they knew it would be probably thrown under the rug, or whatever. And I think that's the main point where I got frustrated. And that's when I decided to alt F4. I was like, you know what? I would rather deal with the consequences that come with this than going in for the nines and some bullshit after 3 hours of fucking hard mauling of everybody's getting raided, and then spending a week making people retcon and getting all the items back. To me, it seemed more not really rational. It was emotional and stupid. I would do it again, but just because of how I see the scenario. But
yes, I don't mind your FA quit there.
I don't either.
Really,
I was pissed honestly that after hearing everything. Be honest with you, after I heard, like, as soon as the word scuff starts to get thrown around, right? How the fuck are you gonna bring it to the "I'm gonna raid you" card? How does it get there?
How the fuck are you going to say fuck him? He says it all the time.
Like, yeah, how does that work?
Like, how is that not OOC, bro?
That's OOC as fuck.
Jesus.
Listen, I'll say this. I said this on stream. I've never seen an entire tsunami of cops hate someone the way I see them hate you. Like, it's
they just hate criminals, and they love the dub more than any other cops I've seen in Shift 3.
You know the
dude, they were bragging to me in the cell about how nobody escapes them, bro, and about how they're not used to having anybody fucking dip on them.
You know what's crazy to me, X, is that whenever you were running on that bike and he got on the bike and EMP'd it underneath him, that was some crazy shit. Whenever I saw that, I never even thought a cop would ever even come close.
Yeah, I mean, they were headshotting their own officers over and over and over again. Like, it was just weird for me being on a bike and seeing other officers being headshot by like a big ass bulb of energy. I was like, what is happening? Like, if it looked like some sci-fi movie or something.
Hey, X, look in the Discord, on this Discord, and look at the clip I posted. That's what I got.
Been having a rough time.
That's what I'm sitting
you keep my head up
right now.
Thank you.
Right now,
Savannah,
yeah,
I feel your pain. I feel your pain. I hope he gets better,
like
and it will.
5 a.m., 4
Thank you so much for the $50. I appreciate that.
Got the ban.
Can we get some onesies in the chat, please? Well, I'm sorry, brother, man. That fucking sucks, dude. That's so lame.
Yeah, well, nobody wants to FA quit. Nobody wants to do any of this bullshit. Nobody wants to do that. Like, I hope people understand that. Nobody wants these conclusions or these scenarios to happen like that. And and I don't know. Like, wait, what's even happening here?
So I got crashed out by this guy in a race. I go to rob him. He's slumping and he won't stop slumping. I start reversing. The guy takes out a gun on me. So I take my AK out that he obviously saw I already had out. And he ends up not putting away his legal firearm. So I shoot him and I drive off. I don't rob him. I don't do anything. And I got 3 days for it.
Wait a minute. Wait, hold up. This makes no sense at all. Wait, I don't want to say too much about this, but I actually had
Why'd they shoot him?
Whenever I had wait, this is crazy. Hold up.
They have Air 1 now. Why'd they shoot him?
I have something similar that happened. So basically, one day, on one of my first bans, what happened is that they would tell me they tell me all the reasons why I was banned, right? And one of them was that I mean, amongst other things, I got
This
held
is
up by
how
some
solo
guy at the
cadets are
at a parking
now
lot,
taught and
right? And
sent
I had my
solo
hands up,
now. Please
and then
show chat.
as soon as the guy went back into the car, I put my gun out and I went after him and then I shot the vehicle as it was. And they were saying that it doesn't make sense and I shouldn't, as soon as I get held up, get a gun out and fire at him, right? Like I got held up, right?
Exactly. That's what I thought.
Exactly, and I should never do that. Where immediately retaliate after being held up. But in this clip, like
I have
I
an
don't understand
AK,
it.
bro. I
Yeah,
have a
the guy's
fucking
wrong.
AK, bro, and he has a pistol. In what world? And the worst part about it is I would have never put the AK away if the mechanics didn't let me have to put it away to put him in the car. The only reason the AK ever got put away was so that I could put him in the car, which is like that's the only way you can do it. You can't put him in the car with a gun out. So
all right, listen, Hutch. You think you can hold an AK and drag a dead body into your car with one arm while holding your AK on the others? Huh? Let's see it.
What I'm saying is if that's the logic, right? Like I can't, like mechanically, I can't do it, right? If you can do it with a pistol, you should be able to do it with a fucking AK. Just hold it to the side.
This is another problem I think in roleplay overall is when sometimes you have to do things fast, but for the things that make sense, you have to slow everything down, right? Like you would have to say, okay, I'm gonna hold a gun up. I'm slowly putting him in the car. At that point, police is coming. Alerts are given. People are coming. You know, it's like, okay, I'm moving him slowly. I'm putting, and then nothing makes sense. And then you're getting fucked because of mechanical limitations. People need to understand mechanical limitations all the time because we have to work with this. It's so.
And I didn't even want to escort him. I just wanted to rob him, but he's slumping, and I thought he was downed and scuffed. Because if you saw in the earlier
he's not escorting.
Dude, he got absolutely fucking launched. I thought this guy flew out of his car and died. And I didn't understand that he was just slumping and he wasn't down. I was just trying to rob him.
Only a handful of people wished me a happy birthday
yesterday.
Happy birthday,
robbing
man.
him,
You wish
letting
me
him
a
go,
happy
didn't
belated
you?
birthday to make
And then
me
this
feel
guy who I
better.
didn't shoot,
Smile,
he's
love
right
you,
next to
son.
you.
Phil's birthday
Bess.
man's in the chat for
He
Jacoby.
literally, it's 5 minutes of his time
Happy
that he just
late
went
birthday, my
down,
friend.
went to pillbox, got pot up, and then he's done. And
and I like I said, I do not agree with as soon as their gun goes down, you pull your gun out. In roleplay, doesn't make sense. It never makes sense.
People get trained for the police department.
I mean,
good?
people can argue about my RP critic of this.
You're good. Solo cadet.
After I was told, I thought it was like a rule. I thought it was a rule that you shouldn't.
Yeah, you're good. Solo cadet.
Draw gun as soon as the gun is not out anymore. Then it's like what is this, like some far west like a Lucky Luke like bullshit where everybody just like quick draws their gun like fucking McCree.
What law did
Yeah.
I
Well,
miss? I need a
100%
law
rules because of
master.
etiquette.
Yeah, it's etiquette.
Exactly.
Because
But then-
because
They don't
in the
miss
car
much.
you do have your gun out. You do have it. You stab your gun out. You're still under threat. You're not like free of oh my god. The guy's in the car. It's over, guys. Like it doesn't.
And
It's not like that.
I'm 100% stationary. Like I got in my car and I was already leaving the scene when he pulled his gun out. Like it wasn't even like I was sitting there, he had his gun out, and then I decided. I was already reversing in the clip. I was leaving, and then he pulled his gun out and pointed at me. I see cops. How many times, X, have you held up a cop at gunpoint and him just reverse away from you in a car?
So many times you have no idea.
Exactly.
I don't want to be. Listen, I'm not gonna throw people under the bus, but I've even had a rundown with an admin doing that in the past, and that's fine because the likeliness that they're gonna hit the shot it's incredibly unlikely. Yeah, it shouldn't happen if you have your gun out. It's kind of like a gray line, the reversal.
I kind of think I think if you're in a car, you're okay unless you're at their window. If you're at their window, they shouldn't be driving off. But if you're like any place around their vehicle or away from their window, I think they drive the fuck off because that's what I would do in real life.
Chat, can you guys put the Toretti clip in one of the chats also, please? So just so he can see the same thing. Literally, this exact same situation X happened today. Like this tsunami. Like I'll show it to you. Give me one second.
Hey, some check this. Same cadet
Well,
corrected by adept, but
this is
shows
why
the
I
state
think
of mind
like
of the PD.
yeah, I don't know about shit like this though. Like, so what was the rule break that did it? Like, what was the actual reason?
Real quick,
Thank you.
You need to not ID people that you don't have their ID on. You said he always does this. You didn't have facial ID, none of it. Okay, so.
By the way,
you
get an
it's
interceptor
a no face,
and
no
you get an
case
interceptor
type of
and
place,
you
okay?
get an interceptor.
You gotta stop doing that.
Yeah, okay.
I know that we had to talk about this last time. You know.
Yep.
Meeting every
We get one
situation
unit
new.
to
Okay.
follow your unit to
Can I just tell you one more thing?
What?
Like I've dealt with him like I don't know how many times before, and he always does that. That one time I was actually it was just me and Madison.
Okay, well just stop right there,
Chasing
because
him.
it's fine if you think that in your head. You can think that in your head all you want, but you're a solo cadet and you're IDing him on the radio when he's all masked up, and there's nothing to ID him with. You can't do that.
Copy that, Hotel 9.
And that's the last time that we're gonna warn you about.
Damn, Adapt is fucking hardcore. Jeez.
Them not to do it again, and if they don't like me or some reason, they can tell me why. And I didn't report them because it fucks them over. But then, I mean, I don't really talk about this very much, but I sometimes get reports on the docket, you know, like the private docket where there's no WCs, and I go defend myself against a bunch of reports. You know, one previously that I actually, I'm pretty sure I won my case. There was 2 reports. I'm pretty sure I won both of them lately. And it's like, I don't report because I think it fucks them over. All we want is for things to get better. And whenever there's a small thing like you just did, it's like, okay, I get it.
How hard would it be for that guy to go and hunt me down and shoot me up as a retaliation? You know what I mean? Like, why wouldn't you just find me and then shoot me up? I just shot you, so come and shoot me. Like, isn't that GTA?
Yeah. And if this is a problem, everybody can talk about it. It's not like a clear cut, like black on white rule break insta, like, oh yeah, that's bad. Like doing an FA quit. That's a clear cut black on white. But see, it's not like that.
But it's the context that came behind that also, you know?
Yeah, so it's I kind of wish that
XCOM
it wasn't
Soul,
like,
dude.
oh, because otherwise we'd be filing reports.
gifted
All, let's be honest.
subs. My guy.
So many
thank you
rules
so
are broken
much.
every day. I
Appreciate
wish we
it, brother.
break like 20
Welcome,
rules a
guys.
day.
Welcome, guys.
Just
Hope you enjoy
because of,
yourselves.
like, dude, there are rules like don't speed in the city if you don't have an incentive to speed. Did you know that? Did you know that
Yes.
You get an
there are a lot
interceptor.
of
You
rules.
get an
So I'll
interceptor.
give
You get
the
an
basis behind
interceptor.
that. 2.0, the admins, they basically told
XCOM,
everyone.
thank you so
like-
much, man. It's a lot of money,
it was
brother.
a,
Appreciate
it was a real thing. They told everyone that if you are going 120 miles an hour through the city and it's for no reason, to expect to be punished for it, like bans and 1 days and etc. So everyone was literally setting speed limiters at 50 miles an hour as they were cruising through the city every single day. Real story,
Oh,
real
that's
talk,
kinda scary.
100% a thing. So yes, in 2.0, they 100% made a legitimate admin rule that you would have to go a reasonable speed in the city, or you would be banned. Or
They're
have
sick of people
consequences.
slamming through.
Well, it's because people were going through, like passing, because that's what, the old courthouse was right in the middle of the city. So judges or doctors and other people would just be getting fucking demolished in the road. And although it was funny, they were like, speed limit 50 miles an hour. If you don't do it, you're fucking getting sent out of here.
Damn.
Yeah, so I think in the game and overall, people break a lot of rules, and it seems like things get enforced kind of weirdly. And sometimes you could just have I generally think a conversation actually goes a longer way than a ban. But I'm super biased about this. But from my perspective, my talks are much better than just straight up like you're clapped or whatever. Just because sometimes it's not that big of a deal or whatever, and a lot of rules get broken. You should be punished for, and you don't. And then a small thing you do, and it's like I don't know, man.
Got something to tell
It
us,
doesn't
some
feel
son.
right, and I don't think it helps anybody. I generally think it doesn't serve the server well and doesn't help anybody. Like so many things. Do they really further? Just like whenever it's a little bit like we know when you're about to go to jail and they're putting for more months, and you're getting like, instead of like 100, like they're pressing really hard for 150 for the same charges. They're like, yo, dude, like 150, I'm turning my stream off. Like 100, you can still recover. And like, no, it's 150. It's like, okay, I get it. You have to do you have to punish it, whatever. But I don't think it serves anybody, and it doesn't create anything.
Or whenever you go to court and you're like, can I just get some time off? They're like, okay, you've just spent in court for an hour and a half. You were in the jail cells for another 45 minutes. You were down for another 15 to 20 minutes. And all the processing and bullshit getting you to MRPD took another 15. We'll give you 10 months off because you wanted the court case. It's like, bro, we're on both sides. There's content that's being provided. Like, why are you upset that I took you to court and gave you awesome and free content, but now you're punishing me with sitting in prison?
Yeah.
And,
so now that you're out of my court case, can you please go to jail for fucking another hour? And then,
finally.
I'm just gonna jerk it.
So now I gotta go through all the bullshit, all the detainment, all of the court case, everything like that, because I was confused and I wanted to know more information on what just happened. And then on top of that, I'm gonna be in jail for 2 hours.
See, that's something that I've been saying. That a lot of people, I feel like aren't really connecting with it. It's the exact notion is that we do a crazy chase, a crazy thing. They all chase. They all do comms, high
That's me right
music,
there.
crazy, bing bang. We get chased for 30 minutes. It's insane. Everybody's having a good time. And at the end of the day, when it comes down to like sentencing, you know, we did all the lengths of the RP of the down of the hospital of the corridor. It's like. Yo, dude, listen. You could give me like, don't even be lenient. You could just take all the months off, right? Like even a 30% off, whatever. And like, no, it's max. It's like okay, it's like we can all enjoy it. Oh, but at the end, nah, like it doesn't create anything. I don't think it helps anybody. Like a lot of times you have to turn your stream off. Like I don't like this effect of like, oh, you have to turn your stream off. Like you have to go offline. Let's be honest. If it's 3 a.m. and you're going to jail for 200 months, your stream is offline.
You're done. Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I've never quit this game more times than when I just get thrown in jail.
Wait, I was watching what you were just watching.
His raid was from a vault that he left, pulled out his truck, grabbed termite, stored it,
I told him to drop everything, and I told him to run in a straight line.
It doesn't matter.
Northbound, without ever stopping. Just a straight line, I would shoot him. But I mean, when I used to give them instructions, they don't really listen. They see right there, he kind of stopped.
Bro, because that's you're a criminal, dude, and they're the fucking big bad policeman, bro. They're powerful. You can't talk to them.
Yeah, this is something I have a lot of problems with in the past. I'll step a cop over, right? I'll step a cop, and I'll try to give him instructions as fast as possible, right? I've practiced the script of flinging it fast, like, okay, drop radio, drop phone, drop every little firearm we have on you right now, and run northbound. In a straight line, right? Because otherwise they go, oh, the gun? You mean this one?
And they'll slow it down
you mean
so the other cops can come
yeah,
by.
and then they catch up and you fucking die, right? So it's why I think sometimes, even though it makes the cop take an L, I wish they took the instructions to heart and they just listened to them because I mean I could shoot them, I have the gun on them, I could clap them, you know? Like look at this guy. I told him to run in a straight line northbound and never stop, right? If you look at my screen right now, and
he keeps going.
And the guy doesn't. He stops
when the cop is there.
Cop is there. He just hooks back and there's a 180. And it's like, dude. I mean, at that point, I mean, if I shoot, I mean, I'm dying in the game. But he knows that. It's why he's doing it. Otherwise, he would have kept running because otherwise, I mean, he would have died. So it's something that kind of upsets me also. But I'm not going to be too crazy about it. I don't know. It is what it is. He has cover. No, I mean, don't press like a fucking. Yeah. Okay. Well. That was the healthy talk, boys. Yeah, I'm doing some bullshit today. I'm about to go watch a Nintendo event. So,
oh no shit! All right, good luck. We're about to just get a little Vivity Valorant in.
Yeah. Well, thanks for talking, guys. I'll see you some other time. I'll send a flip. Bye.
Yeah,
all right, mate. Later.
Take care, guys.